deep. Go up strong. Don't put it on the floor.
Lead is 9 for Detroit.
Again, that post up.
Illegal defense called against the Pistons. That's the first illegal defensive call of the game. Next time will be a technical against Chuck Daly's group. Talking about those sweaters that Al Davis sent, the Raiders sweaters. Daly said, well, I think maybe Al wants me to coach his football team. You think he's looking for one?
Well, Chuck's contract's up this year, so he might be thinking about it.
Wide open is A.C. Green. As you pointed out, the Pistons will gladly give him that shot. Thomas on the penetration, feeds Rodman, and no basket. Offensive foul.
That was a questionable call. I'll tell you why. It appeared that Magic Johnson was standing under the basket. And if you're under the basket and there's that contact, there's no foul. There's no charge, as you would see in college basketball.
I second that motion.
Again, we see Rodman being able to force Worthy out on the court.
And a left-handed hook. The Lakers are on an 11-2 run, carrying over from the first half when they scored the last 4 points of the second period.
We don't see that aggressiveness defensively from the Detroit ball club.
Thomas foul going to the basket, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And you never really can breathe easy playing the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, no way. They're the world champions. I mean, these guys have a lot of pride. I'm sure in that locker room, they were very upset with themselves the way they performed the first half.
Captain of the Pistons, Isiah Thomas. Worst shooting season of his career so far.
And I think one of the problems that he runs into, as we've mentioned, is that he just starts forcing things. Now, starting this period, we've seen the last 2 times down the court, even though Isiah picked up the foul and is shooting his second free throw, force something. Let him come out of the offense. He's too great a basketball player.
He's perfect from the line, 8 for 8. Dumars on Magic. Kareem wants to see Lane Beer pick up his 3rd foul. Loose ball in the hands of Mahorn. The Pistons are getting most of those loose balls inside today. Lane Beer spots up.
You know, he shoots that just like a two-handed set shot. He's so well prepared for that pass. It's all one motion. He catches it, and it's out of his hands immediately for the shot.
Kareem is fouled. Let's see if it was Thomas from behind or Lane Beer, and it was on Isiah, and that'll be 3 on Isiah Thomas. Well, next Sunday on CBS, the Celtics will go out at noon Eastern.
And they've had a crazy season, these 2 teams. You know, when Detroit goes up to Boston, they get beat handily by 30 points. And then when the Celtics go into Detroit, the last time they lost 125-108.
Vinnie Johnson checks in. Thomas goes out with 3 fouls. So right now for Detroit, they've got Dumars and Vinnie Johnson at guard, and up front it's Lane Beer, Rodman, and Mahorn. Same starting 5 in there for the Lakers.
And we see the Lakers switching on defense.
Dumars off balance with that shot. Kareem into the hands of Magic. Worthy and Magic blocked inside, I believe, by Rodman, but Worthy comes through. 19 for Worthy.
Well, Worthy just great concentration because he had that block, he had that court awareness, he went after the ball again and just was able to convert that easy hoop. And here's what we're talking about. Worthy going up, block shot, gets it back, and there's the deuce.
More than any team in the NBA, Billy, so how do the Lakers play it?
Well, that's the bread and butter for this ball club, but the problem for Detroit is the Lakers. Okay, here's the ball right there with Dumars. We have 6'9" Magic Johnson and 6'9" James Worthy, so when this screen comes in the pick and roll, all they'll do is switch men in this position and stop the pick and roll. So we see here's the screen. We see him step out. Now the thing that Worthy's got to do is stop this penetration or get more help from Magic Johnson. The Lakers were fortunate that Dumars did not convert that hoop.
Well, he's straight from the left bank of Paris, it looks like, Mr. Nicholson today, and not many people use opera glasses sitting in the front row, do they?
What is he looking at? Maybe that's what he's looking at.
8:18 remaining in the third period. The Pistons calling the timeout, 73-66. We'll see how they react to the latest run of 15-6 by Los Angeles.
Here we see the pick and roll again, but the difference is Kareem was the guy on that pick, and they don't want to switch on that play.
Kareem got his hand on it. Bad pass by Laimbeer, really. And the Lakers trying to come within 5.
You see the switch defensively. Mahorn matched up against Jabbar.
How do you like Kareem? He can be sleeping a whole game, and when you need the big hoop, he'll get it like he did against Atlanta.
But he reads the whole situation. You know, you play in this league 19 years, you learn a little something.
Well, you should.
And yeah, and he knows that the team needs his offense now, and he's the one sparking this ball club.
Lakers playing a notch higher defensively as well, as we've seen. Dumars, Rodman fighting for the loose ball, and the Lakers come up with it. They can make it a 3-point game, and they do. Magic Johnson.
And all of a sudden, we see this Laker ball club reacting, picking up the loose balls.
Vinnie Johnson blocked by Green, and they'll call the foul on AC.
AC didn't think he committed that foul. Pat Riley can't be too upset with that foul for one reason. His team is now aggressive, and that's what he needs from this ball club.
Interestingly enough, as we look at Daly on the sidelines, that AC Green really is the last guy to move into this Magic circle of Lakers. It's been basically Worthy and Jabbar and Magic, and now Byron Scott is in the club, and this well-knit unit. They're very close off the court. Green is right on the edge right now.
Well, right on the edge, but his teammates know how important he is. They need someone, when you have 4 great offensive players, as you mentioned, Dick, you know, someone's got to sacrifice out there, and AC Green is the one doing that at the offensive end of the court.
Pistons had made 18 in a row before Vinnie Johnson got 0 for 2, and now the Lakers are 3 points away from tying the game.
This is like reverse roles from last week when the Celtics were down 20 points at the end of the half and ended up leading them at the third period by 4.
AC Green going in and scores, and it's a 1-point game. Last week, the Celtics made up 20 points and then some in the third. And right now, the Lakers are on a 21-6 run, and Isiah Thomas, 3 fouls in all, will have to come back, and Dumars gets 2 there.
Well, he quieted the crowd for a moment, but the thing is, though, we see that Detroit is not moving the basketball well. We see Worthy just flashing across the lane and making that pass to AC Green. But it's one pass and a shot, and the last time it was just dribble down and shoot. Here they go to Jabbar again.
Green with the offensive rebound. Jump ball. They had Mahorn. Now Mahorn and AC Green have to be separated.
Magic's over there with Mahorn.
You know, these 2 teams are amongst the top 5 teams in the NBA fined because of fights in the league. Detroit's number 1. The Lakers are number 5.
And the officials have to be very much aware of this, and I'm sure they are, that they will not allow anything to break out here. And we saw yesterday in college basketball a rash of fights, something that you just can't allow in this game. You know, no one has gloves on, no one's on skate. They can plant those feet and really hurt each other.
And a violation, they call the foul. Lakers ball. Violation against Detroit. LA trailing by 3 with 6:18. They were down at the half by 12. Come back in a hurry. Scott.
But now we'll see what Detroit is made of. Will they have the ability to take a deep breath and do the job and get themselves back in gear, because they're not doing it at this point. There's the mouthing off between AC Green and Mahorn.
Back to live action. Vinnie Johnson misses, and Rodman, who's the best offensive rebounder per minutes played in the league, gets it to Thomas, who's fouled going in. Thomas is playing with 3 fouls, and he'll shoot a pair.
But again, here's Isiah. It's one pass. Here they go for the shot. Kareem reaching in, trying to strip the ball. He did not try to hurt him.
And that's the 4th foul on Kareem, and Michael Thompson on the threshold of coming back in the ball game. The Lakers cannot afford to have Kareem pick up his 5th.
And that's a big loss right now for the Lakers, the way Kareem is playing out there. He's the one that kept them on a roll to start this 3rd period.
Thompson for Kareem. Keep in mind, Michael Cooper out for the Lakers with a sprained ankle. Same story for Adrian Dantley, who has missed 9 games. He's the Pistons' top scorer. Isiah Thomas now with 28 points. Detroit by 3. Loop it into Johnson, and they call Vinnie Johnson for the foul. He thought he had gotten all ball, but that wasn't the call by Kersey, and Magic will shoot. There you see how the Lakers have up their shooting and how Detroit has grown cold.
And it all starts for both of these teams at the defensive end of the court. If they're aggressive, working together as a unit at the defensive end of the court, they become very unselfish, make the extra pass at the offensive end.
We told you the Lakers have beaten the Pistons 7 out of 8 here at the Forum, but in the last 4 years, these teams have split the season series.
Now we'll see that trapping defense, and it's a perfect time to throw it because this Detroit team is a little out of sync offensively.
Lambeer has his shot deflected by Worthy. Worthy got the block. Lakers can take the lead. Magic tipped up by Worthy. Basket counts and a foul as well.
That ball movement, Worthy going out and blocking that shot. It's just hard work because he's the one on the baseline in that trapping defense, and he's got to cover the whole baseline. And now we'll see him do it at the other end, getting to the offensive glass and a chance for a 3-point play.
Lakers have their first lead since early in the game at 17-16. They're up by 2. 5:15 remaining in the 3rd. The biggest lead for Detroit was 16, and that evaporated in a hurry.
And now with this team on the court, Detroit does not have any. There's an illegal defense being called.
Pat Riley arguing with Jess Kersey. That's the first call against the Lakers. Or is that no, it's the first call. There's the story. The only player in serious foul trouble, if you want to use that term, is Kareem with 4.
And he has the ability to play with 4 or 5 fouls. Because he's just a smart player, and there isn't any inside players really for this Detroit team that they can go inside and hurt him.
Steal, Byron Scott.
Chuck Daly's got to get another timeout and try and regroup his ball club.
He tried it once. Now he's going to try it again. Scott, whose layup sent this crowd roaring, and look at the numbers and how they've gotten better this season.
And here's those quick hands of Byron Scott getting out there, and he'll be able to get the easy 2. You know, in the first half, Detroit outscored the Lakers 25-10 in fast break opportunities. This half, it's 12-0 Lakers.
Look at the tandems. These are the best 20-20 guard scoring tandems in NBA history. And Byron Scott told us before the game that Magic Johnson has a way of getting him ready for the game. He may bump him, he may push him a little bit. He'll say, you're a real good player. He first started doing it before the Boston game on the road, and it's worked for him.
Just keep hitting him.
Lakers have outscored the Pistons 30-10 since Detroit had its biggest lead. Lakers now by 4. And Thomas hits a big basket.
Good patience out there. That's what they have to do. Good timeout by Chuck Daly to get his team out there. Tell them, hey, let's have some patience at the offensive end of the court. If we don't, the Laker team is going to run us out of the building.
Worthy inside against Rodman over Sally. Rebound by Rodman. Pistons pushing it up. And Rodman draws the foul. Most clubs don't like to run against the Lakers, but that's Detroit's name of the game.
Well, with this front court now that Detroit has, with Rodman and Sally at the forwards, they can run with anybody in basketball. And it's a problem now. They have the ability to create a problem for the Lakers in the open court.
So Rodman, who has started in place of Dantley, and they get better boards and less offense primarily. And Rodman, who we told you not a good free throw shooter, hit his first 2 earlier in the game. What a good rookie crop, Sally and Rodman last year. But Rodman misses both, and a chance to bring the Pistons to within a couple. Screen, get it! Under 4 minutes to go in the third. James Worthy with 24.
Oh, he's on a roll. And the patience of this Laker team now offensively. Hey, Worthy didn't have it. He gave it to Scott. He gave it back, and he hits the jumper.
9 points this period for James Worthy.
Now we see this team, Detroit, standing around. They can't get into anything with a nice flow to it offensively.
4 on the shot clock. Isiah forced to take a long-range shot, and he does. And if it weren't for Thomas's 2 perimeter shots, Detroit would may find themselves down by 9 or 10 now.
Right, and we're seeing one other thing what the Lakers are doing. In the first half, Detroit was able to penetrate with those guards. Now they're forcing him to shoot the jump shot.
AC Green, Lane Beer, the rebound, outlets, and a 3-on-1 chance for the Pistons. Rodman stuffs it in, and it's now a tie game, and the Pistons have come back with under 3 minutes to go here in the third.
Now you got to take your hat off. So far, Detroit has been able to regroup, come out here, and stay in this ball game.
Illegal defense against Detroit. That'll be a technical foul.
Now here's the jump shot by AC Green. But watch Dennis Rodman get out and run. You know, Chuck Daly says he's got world-class speed out there on the court, and he just showed us why.
Technical foul, and on the line will be Byron Scott. One of the best free throw shooters in the league at 89%. Breaks the tie. Lakers will inbound. 2:48 remaining. Detroit Pistons lost to the Celtics in 7 last year. Missed a chance to get to the finals. Magic. And Green winds up with it.
AC Green went around 15 to 20 feet to go get that offensive rebound.
And great timing on the leap. Scott for 3. Long rebound. Lane Beer to Isiah. Thompson on the miss. Lakers by 1. Scott has 5 points this period. Worthy has 9. And Scott hits the shot inside. Under 2 minutes to go. Pistons had a 16-point lead just prior to the first half intermission.
Well, Bill Laimbeer has not been a factor offensively for this ball club in this third period. I can remember him taking 1 shot, and that was against the Trash. They've got to get him involved.
And Dumars sneaks in for the basket and draws the foul. We talked about every big game Dumars is there. He has 14 now, and will go to the line. Wes Matthews will enter the ball game.
And here's the hook shot. AC Green, you see him coming all the way under the basket, out almost to the foul line to capture that offensive rebound.
Rick Mahorn comes in, and Lane Beer gets the boos as he leaves. Wes Matthews has replaced Magic to give him a breather. There's Joe Dumars, the quiet youngster from Louisiana, who was one of the top scorers in the nation at McNeese State in his senior year. Now does other things, and he can also score.
And he's the one that's got to sacrifice out here on the court with this ball club. He's got to be the one playing the defense and have patience offensively. He doesn't get as many shots as he'd like to.
Less than a minute and a half to play in the third. Rodman again trying to deny Worthy. Isolate Worthy on Rodman, 1-on-1. 3 on the shot clock, and he turns it over. Credit Rodman.
Absolutely. Because he did the job defensively, forced Worthy out on the court, and moved his feet and was able to draw the charge.
And got an offensive foul, as you say. A 3rd on James Worthy. There's the time remaining. Cheers for Kurt Rambis. He'll be coming in for the first time. Sally with 7 on the shot clock. Rodman. Mahorn inside. Foul by Michael Thompson. Under a minute to go in the period, and Kurt Rambis, still a popular figure here in Los Angeles, replaces Worthy. The cheers are for both of them, believe it or not. They started in for Rambis when he got off the bench, even though he doesn't start.
Now, and now what it's different with this lineup is Michael Thompson is the only real offensive threat for the Lakers now up front. So this means that, and in the backcourt you have Byron Scott. So offensively you would think that they'd be either trying to get the ball to Michael Thompson or to Scott coming off some screens.
Pistons regaining the lead by 2. Dumars now is guarding Scott. Thomas is on Matthews.
That's what they're doing. They're running the offense, looking for Thompson or Scott.
And Johnson got inside, got everything but the basket.
Mahorn blocked that dunk.
Sally has it knocked away, and the Lakers have a 4-on-5-on-1. And a foul, and a smart foul. Pat Riley has to be restrained a bit on the sideline by Jess Kersey.
Well, here's Thompson going for that dunk shot, and watch Rick Mahorn get his hand up there and deflect it, forcing him to miss the shot. Now John Sally puts the ball on the floor. He should have taken one dribble, given it to the guard, and filled the lane.
Riley was upset because Mahorn really gave quite a shot to Byron Scott.
Well, you know, the other side is, we saw the other time when Mahorn had an offensive rebound the last time, Michael Thompson knocked him flat. We saw Jabbar get Isiah Thomas going to the basket, knocked him to the floor. So I think it goes both ways.
In other words, what's good for the goose
is finish that. I don't know the rest of it.
Something about Gander. Lambeer back in the ball game.
But you know what I'm saying? I think that as a coach, sometimes you're so conscious of a team being physical and you want to protect your players.
Just asking. Scott to tie, and he does with 31 seconds to go. Magic and Byron Scott each with 19, with a full quarter to play at least. 15 on the shot clock, difference of about 7 seconds. They find Mahorn, missed the layup. He was there, they found him.
They executed the play, picture perfect. They didn't complete it though.
Wes Matthews with a long-range three-point shot with 3 seconds to go. Steal by A.C. Green. Sometimes those kinds of plays can break a team's back. We'll see how the Pistons respond. 5 points scored in 6 seconds thanks to Wes Matthews and A.C. Green.
Now here's Wes Matthews. They're backing off the three-pointer. Now watch A.C. Green in the middle of your picture. He's out of it now, making that steal and knocking the jumper down.
Careless pass by Mahorn, and that is the end of the third period. A 6-point lead for the Lakers, and we'll return to the forum after this message and a word from your local station.
NBA action. It's fantastic.
That couple of minute break.
Oh, he had to be upset with him, especially Mahorn making that ill-advised pass for the jump shot for A.C. Green. But he's got to tell him that we've got to get it going defensively.
Lakers outscored the Pistons 38-21 in that third period. They double team on Mahorn. Dumars. And a foul, non-shooting foul. Byron Scott. Rodman, Lambeer, and Mahorn up front. Thomas and Dumars in the backcourt for the Pistons. Wes Matthews is in there with Byron Scott. Michael Thompson, Rambis, and Worthy up front. And another foul. Wes Matthews, and quickly the Lakers pick up 2 fouls in less than 40 seconds.
And that's the 4th foul on Wes Matthews.
Kareem has 4 as well. He's on the bench as we start this period. Mahorn goes in and is fouled again. So all the action, if you want to call it that, is in one end of the floor as we start this period. And the personal foul is on Michael Thompson, his 4th. And already the Lakers have 3 team fouls.
A big factor. You know, we have, what, 11 minutes and 27 seconds left to play. Could be a big factor as we go into this 4th period.
Rick Mahorn. Makes 1.
Now with this lineup again, they're going to look, well, with Worthy in the ballgame, they go to one of 3 people, Scott, Thompson, or Worthy isolated.
Worthy working in against Rodman. Mahorn the rebound. Lakers are opening this period hoping to hold their lead with Magic and Kareem on the bench. Isiah Thomas goes up. It's still Detroit ball, and now Chuck Daly counters with John Sally to help the running game.
A lot of quickness out there for both teams.
Those are the players with 4 fouls, all of them Lakers.
Now we'll see the pick and roll between Isiah and Lambier.
And Bill Lambier from outside.
That was just a great play by Isiah because they tried to double him. He was able to dribble through it and find Lambier for the open jump shot.
Lakers by 2.
Again going to Worthy. They'll look to double.
Rodman nearly stole that pass. Thompson gets the offensive rebound. And here come the Pistons. They have a 4-on-2. Dumars had a pass from Isiah too far underneath. Then the Lakers come back. There was a fast break opportunity the Lakers could have used. And guess what? They'll get another one. Maybe. No, a foul called by...
Here's what I'm talking about, what Isiah did to make this easy jump shot possible for stepping through there and allowing Lambier that open jump shot. You know, it's interesting, in the old days, pick and roll, the guy would roll to the basket. But with Bill Lambier, he doesn't have that. That's not a strength of his. You look for him to go to the open spot, look to spot up for the jump shot.
Magic Johnson checks back into the ball game. That foul was on Byron Scott. Dumars off the screen. Lambier with a follow-up. 16 for Lambier. And we're tied at 93 early here in the 4th period. Magic to Worthy. And that's in the bank for the Lakers, and they're protesting Alexander's call. He gives it to the Pistons, and Pat Riley will call a timeout. Actually, it is a commercial timeout, I think we call it. Ranked Iowa. And next Sunday at 2:30 Eastern Time, we have other basketball for you. Kentucky and Syracuse, but it'll be golf. The Los Angeles Open, presented by Nissan, Saturday at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Milwaukee defeats Philadelphia in overtime, and the Bucks beat the 76ers. It's going to be a wild chase for that 8th spot in the Eastern Conference playoff.
And that Milwaukee ball club stopped this Detroit winning streak at 6.
Rodman going up with a short jumper, and the Pistons lead.
Now, a big factor is the team fouls. We see the next foul, the Pistons will be on the foul line, and they have not committed one team foul to this point in this period.
8 on the shot clock. Kareem back in the ball game, playing with 4 fouls. And the buzzer sounded. And Isiah winds up in the stands and throws what looked like a discus shot into the crowd.
But you know what Isiah was doing, which was so smart? He made a great effort trying to make that to keep the ball in play, but it was throwing it in the direction he was trying to of his basket, not back in the direction of the Lakers basket.
So the Lakers have it out of bounds. They have yet to score in this period. Nearly 3 minutes gone by. Detroit has a 7-0 bulge. Go from 5 points down to the lead. Dumars defending against Magic, the double.
Good rotation by Detroit.
Matthews spots for the three. And Lambier lets it go out of bounds.
What a crazy game. You know, in the third period, we didn't see any of this type of defense from the Detroit team. Now we see the rotation and Isiah having to go completely across the court to pick up Worthy.
2-point lead for the Pistons. Thomas. Michael Thompson. Now the Lakers, who are 0 for 6 from the floor this period. Well, they finished hot, didn't they, in the third. Thompson from Magic. Off the rim, and Magic gets the rebound.
Oh, they've missed a couple of those, but not that one.
Michael Thompson ties the game. First basket for the Lakers here in the fourth period. Thomas with 32 leads Detroit. Lambier with 16. Dumars 15. And Sally throws the ball away, and that's where the Pistons are going to have to avoid the turnover.
Let me tell you what. He keeps doing that, he might get traded, because that's not what John Sally's supposed to be doing, dancing with the basketball. It's either one dribble to the basket or pass it nice and easy.
Pistons have turned it over 18 times to only 6 for the Lakers. Byron Scott in there. Magic tried to loop it into Worthy, and it was Dennis Rodman committing the foul. That's his 4th personal foul, but only the first team foul against the Pistons here in the final quarter. Lambier holding his ground. Rodman the rebound. Good job by Lambier. Didn't go for any of those fakes.
Yep, forced the hook shot.
Isiah Thomas on the break. Gives the Pistons a 2-point lead, and the game goes back and forth here.
But you see Rodman got the rebound, one dribble, hit the guard, and filled the lane. Lakers look flat again.
Kareem, and a foul.
Now again, watch Rodman get this ball, one dribble, hits the wing, and now he's filling the lane and allows Isiah to get the easy 2.
At the conclusion of the game, Billy Cunningham and I will select the Miller Lite Player of the game, and in conjunction with the award, Light Beer will present a check in the amount of $1,000 in the player's name to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Club. The foul was on Lambier, his 3rd.
Now Detroit has to be ready for the trap.
High score, just under 7 minutes to go.
No trap, they're going straight man. Good patience, move the ball.
Thomas. Now the Lakers. Worthy. Going for 3 is Byron Scott. And here comes Detroit. I wonder whether the Pistons interfered with it.
I couldn't tell if Lambier did or not.
Dumars. This is the shot and the loose ball foul on John Sally. It looked, well, we'll see the replay. It looked like it might have been goaltending. It would have been a 3.
I couldn't tell. Let's take a look. It looks like he might have touched the rim. I couldn't tell.
Timeout. Sally commits the loose ball foul in a dead even game.
You know, as we said to start, that this is the best Laker team that Pat Riley has coached. But as you mentioned, that Portland team, what happened? Bill Walton went down, and their dreams of a championship also went down.
Byron Scott. 21 points. He has a season's average.
You know, last year, he would not be a guy they would go to offensively at this point in the game. They'd be looking for Worthy or Magic or Kareem. Now they have one more option, just what every coach in the league loves to see.
Lambier comes right back and ties it again.
Well, Michael Thompson, anytime you play against Bill Lambier, you could not leave him when he's on the fringe. He shoots the ball as well as any guard in the league.
And the Lakers will have to watch Lambier, who's hit 8 out of 12 They're going to have to play up on him. Kareem is double teamed. But Scott gets the loose ball off the hands of Laimbeer and another possession. Tied at 99, 5:24 remaining, fourth period.
It's getting awfully physical inside. Just a lot of banging, pushing, and grabbing.
Thomas doesn't want Scott to get off a three. Scott goes in, and an offensive foul called against Byron Scott. That'll be his fourth foul, and the Pistons played it very safe and conservatively and solid defensively.
Well, John Sally, maybe he'll stay around a little bit longer in Detroit. He did a good job, stepped in and drew that foul.
5 minutes remaining. There's Laimbeer again. Now the Lakers looking to take a lead. Their biggest lead was 8 in the first half. Detroit 16 in the second. Magic misses, and Laimbeer out to Dumars.
Again, John Sally with a hand in Magic's face, making that a tough hook shot. But again, what have we have not seen Magic in the open court the way we have recently, being able to penetrate in this Laker team running.
Thomas goes up and draws the foul, and the Lakers in the penalty. Well, we got a moment here of what should be a feverish finish, a chance to wish Jack Ramsey a happy birthday, and what would be a better present for him than the Pacers winning their 7th in a row tonight, huh?
He'd be ecstatic, and his old teammate in the Eastern Basketball League, Jack McCluskey, who's the GM here in Detroit.
Team was perfect on their home court. Pistons winning 3 at the Silverdome, but this great play, Larry Bird's game-winning steal in Game 5, the critical play of the series, and how these teams fought it out. They may be fighting it out again this year for the right to go to the finals.
Couple things that it appears that have happened in the last couple of minutes defensively for the Lakers. They have not stopped the penetration of the guards to the basket. And also, Michael Thompson, even though Bill Laimbeer missed that last jump shot, has got to be up on him, to not allow him to float around.
35 points, 36 for Isiah Thomas, perfect from the line today, and Detroit leads by 2.
Looking to go into Kareem. Do they double team? No.
Kareem ties the score. There's the foul story. Scott with 5, one more, and he's out. Under 4 minutes remaining in the game. 101 the score. Thomas hits again from the corner. 38 points. No one's worried about how many shots he's taken today, and he has passed the ball off a lot in the first.
Yeah, we could throw that theory out the window.
Pistons with the lead. Committing his 4th personal foul. The Pistons are not yet in the penalty. That is their 4th team foul, so the Lakers will bring it in on the side.
And now they're going to look to go inside to Magic. Joe Dumars really has his hands full down there.
Magic has only 1 field goal this half, Bill. And Michael Thompson with Laimbeer in his face.
You know, Magic Johnson doesn't have to score a field goal to be an effective player for this Laker ball club.
Thomas comes back with a 2 inside the line to give the Pistons a 105-103 lead, winding down to 3 minutes to go. So Thomas has taken the big shots today. Magic working against Dumars, and they call the foul on Joe Dumars. And now the Pistons are in the penalty, and Magic will shoot. There's the timeout story, plenty for both teams.
Absolutely. You know, if Detroit was able to win this ball game, I think in the performance we're seeing Isiah Thomas have today, the Pistons will have curfew from here on in the rest of the year.
40 points for Magic's friend Isiah.
He's not his friend right now.
No.
They'll talk after the game.
So Magic Johnson, 2:59 to go. Both teams in the penalty. Isiah Thomas tying his season's high with his 40 points today. tie the game is Magic Johnson.
Now the team that's going to win this game is going to be the one that creates a turnover or gets an offensive rebound. It's going to be an easy basket.
Thomas off a screen. Scott stays with him, and Kareem blocks Isaiah's shot. And a foul called against Thomas.
Here's that penetration. There's the big fella coming over, getting that hand up, blocking it, and then Rodman reaching in for the foul. There's that turnover.
Kareem on the line, so Thomas tried to get it in against the big 7-footer's hands and committed the foul as well. And here's Kareem trying to give the Lakers a lead. 2:42 remaining. 7 of 8 from the line. Abdul-Jabbar started slowly in the scoring department, now with 17. And the Lakers are up by 1.
Interesting, we have not seen Vinnie Johnson very much in this game. He has not scored in the second half.
Thomas hits, but it's only Thomas. The others seem to be standing around right now.
That's right. Everybody's standing around watching the Isiah Thomas show, and he's not going to be able to carry them for the last 2 minutes on his back. Everybody's got to help.
Season high for Thomas, 42 points in this one. Laimbeer tried to get the ball away, and Bruce Alexander checks with Jess Kersey, who says it was last touched by the Lakers, and it's Detroit ball in a tie game and 2:10 remaining.
Good communication between the officials. Bruce Alexander did not see what happened on this play. He was shielded out and asked Jess Kersey, and he had seen the play.
Thomas has scored the last 8 points for Detroit. Under 2 minutes to go. Not that time. And here comes Magic. The Lakers 4 on 3.
As well as Detroit's going, I'd like to see, if I was sitting over there, more people involved touching the basketball, at least offensively.
Scott gets free. Lakers by 2.
Now what they'll do this time, they'll run Dumars off some baseline screens, trying to get him an open shot.
The Lakers scored on every possession since they were trailing by 2 and 4:17 remaining.
Good defense this trip down by the Lakers.
4 on the shot clock. Dumars puts it up over Thompson, and a very tough shot by Joe Dumars ties the game again at 109. And a timeout called by the Lakers. It's been Isiah Thomas and Joe Dumars, mostly Isiah from the perimeter, but we have a tie game with that much time remaining. At 109, 1:14 to go. But what has this game meant for the Pistons, Bill?
A big confidence builder. You know, that they can compete against the world champions on their court, and they've just done a great job to this point. Win or lose.
A win would be better, and I'll say one thing. We're talking about how Pat Riley's Lakers have beaten all comers. This is the toughest anyone has played against the Lakers at the Forum of the top contenders.
Right, absolutely. As a matter of fact, on the road, you know, look at Houston and Atlanta this week. They were able to just, well, of course, Atlanta was a very tough game, but they were able to beat them. And here we are at the Forum in Detroit without Dantley has been able to hang in there.
There have been 7 ties in this 4th period alone. Michael Thompson will inbound. He's got Worthy, Scott, Magic, and Kareem. We'll follow the shot clock for you.
Pick and rolls, looking for Magic.
Magic. This is the shot, loose ball, and it's Rodman who comes down with it with a minute to go, and the Pistons have a chance to break the tie.
You know, Chuck Daly's going to have a problem when Adrian Dantley comes back. What does he do with Dennis Rodman, who's been coming off the bench?
Foul away from the ball against the Lakers, and if it's Byron Scott, that'll be his 6th personal foul, and it is. Byron Scott has fouled out of the ball game with 23 points and 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Byron Scott has fouled out.
And what we're seeing is now Pat Riley's going to a very big lineup. Instead of going to Wes Matthews, he's bringing AC Green off the bench. So we'll probably see a guard line of Worthy and Magic.
We have seen 3 guards in there for the Lakers today, and now we're basically going to see one as Scott walks to the bench with another outstanding game, 23 points. Very active off the glass.
Now, this is a key for Dennis Rodman. If he is going to emerge as a player, a big factor in the NBA and playoffs and big games, he's got to make the foul shots, because all you'll do is foul him anytime he touches the basketball.
He makes one, and the Pistons lead by one with 48 seconds remaining in this fourth period. Going down to the wire. Magic finds Michael Thompson. The basket counts and a foul. Big pass by Magic. And Michael Thompson, who missed 2 games because of the flu, may be weak, but watch this one.
I think what happened there defensively, great pass, great shot by Michael Thompson, but John Sally left a little early coming over with that double team and allowed Magic to see the whole court.
5 on Laimbeer. Wes Matthews will come in the game replacing Green. So now on the defensive end, they want the quickness of Wes Matthews.
Right, and the problem would have been, though, if Worthy had to place like Dumars coming off baseline screens, he would not have been able to fight through them the way Wes Matthews would.
Timeout, Detroit. The Lakers lead by 2 thanks to Michael Thompson's 3-point play.
They'll have a chance if they hold defensively against LA that they would have another opportunity to shoot. Do they take the ball at half court? Do they take it full court? A lot of decisions, but I think Isiah will have the ball in his hands.
How do the Lakers play Isiah now?
If they get a chance, the only thing is Wes Matthews, if he matches up against Isiah, I would say, hey, deny the ball. Don't let Isiah touch the basketball. Let's see if someone else can beat us.
He has scored 8 of the last 11 for the Pistons, Isiah Thomas, and has a season high of 42. His career high, by the way, is 47. Rodman will inbound for the Pistons.
They'll look for Isiah coming right up the middle to the basketball.
Laimbeer, now Thomas, guarded by Wes Matthews. 20 on the shot clock. Now Thompson picks him up. It's a minefield, and the ball's turned over. And Laimbeer, loose ball foul on Matthews. And the Lakers are looking good right now. It was like a minefield with 18 points and 14 rebounds. So Scott for the Lakers and Laimbeer for the Pistons have fouled out. And Wes Matthews will shoot 2 with 30 seconds to go, with the Lakers leading by 2 points.
Again, Wes Matthews sitting at the end of the bench, not getting any time playing wise. Cooper goes down, he steps in and does a great job for the Lakers.
The Lakers have made 17 free throws in a row, and Chuck Daly calls for another timeout. And whatever the options Chuck Daly had before, he's got a lot less now. Cunningham, the Pistons are down by 4 with 30 seconds to go. What kind of play can we look for?
Well, they'll make that inbounds pass. I would expect them to either go to Dumars or to Isiah Thomas. If they have the possibility of an open three-pointer, they might shoot it, or the open jump shot. Otherwise, they're going to look to penetrate to the basket, try to create something, get fouled. This time, they have the ball with 30 seconds to play.
I think the guards have had a big game for both sides today.
Well, the guards love the offense, the way the coaches have it set up, but because of the type of defense being played with a double down anytime the ball goes inside, your guards have to be factors if you have any chance of being a good ball club in this league.
Pistons next to last in the NBA in 3 points, and Rodman loses it off his leg out of bounds. It'll be Laker ball. Rodman lost it on the inbound. Pistons have to foul.
Now it's history.
Thomas fouls Matthews, who, if he makes one of these free throws, will establish his season's high. Wes Matthews right now with 11. Daly is upset over on the sideline. Pistons had a great opportunity in this game.
But as we said, they obviously wanted to win this game desperately, but this is something you can build on. They know that they wanted to win, but they've come in, played a great, courageous ball game, and this is a confidence builder.
5 5-point lead. Wes Matthews. And the Laker bench with Thompson with 11 and Matthews with 12. Timeout Detroit with Cooper not there. And now it's a 5-point game with 20 seconds to go. A lot of things can happen with that much time remaining. Isiah Thomas right now, he's got 42 points and 10 assists. Miller proud to present a check for $1,000 on behalf of the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Fund. The Pistons, Thomas is their best three-point shooter, but this is not a good three-point shooting team, Bill.
You're being very kind. They're the second worst in the NBA. You know, they have two possible shooters, and that would be, as you said, Isiah Thomas, who's shooting 30% from that area, or Dumars.
Rodman will inbound, 20 seconds to go, a 5-point lead for the Lakers. Thomas goes for three and is off the mark, and will turn it over to the Lakers. And that should do it. Pistons took a 110-109 lead with 1:20 to go, and the Lakers have scored the last 6 points to wrap this one up. Make it 8. Matthews. Well, the Pistons going to battle the Celtics next week at noon on CBS, but what a week for the Lakers, who beat the Celtics, the Clippers, Houston and Atlanta on the road, and today defeat the Detroit Pistons 117-110, and the Laker Express keeps rolling. For Billy Cunningham and Pat O'Brien, this is Dick Stockton saying so long from the Forum. Lakers beat the Pistons. The NBA on CBS is a